Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. We left off, we made our character, Garrett, who has joined Southgate Station. I guess he's been itching to join this place for some reason. And now we're getting acquainted with all the people, the different levels. We got our gear, we got our first assignment, and we might actually get to that assignment in this video. First, we're going to keep exploring the rest of this place and talk to a few people and so on and so forth. So let's do that. Actually, we finished this floor. That's right. We talked to Vera already. So let's go ahead and visit some other places. So we've been to the private quarters already. That's where our apartment is. We visited Tanner in the Commons, and we visited the Cantina. We've got our weapon, and we traded for a few bits of supplies in the shooting range and armory. So I guess that leaves these three places. Let's stop by the medical and psionics. We need to see the doctor there anyway. We have an unlocked door. We'll take a peek at this. Hacking 90. Oh, so not an unlocked door, a non-red door. Okay, well, we're not getting through that door. We're never taking hacking with this character. Oh, weightlifting room. Some shelves we're not allowed to touch. Other shelves we're not allowed to touch. And the desk we're not allowed to touch. Building muscles, man. Them gains. Yeah, good luck with that, sir. Good luck. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Is this the doctor? Pascal, yes it is. Hello, doctor. Good morning. Ah, hello, Garrett. First of all, let me congratulate you on your admittance to our little station. I'm sure you'll love it here. It's good that you came. I actually wanted to talk to you about some of the results from all those tests we did earlier. Oh? Is there something wrong with me? No, quite the contrary. Sorry if I scared you. You see, the test results show that you have certain amounts of psionic potential. You mean, like, I can read people's minds? No, not really. Well, not yet anyway. Perhaps one day if you train your mind right. Okay, let me just tell you a bit about psionic potential first. It's a relatively rare, inheritable, complex genetic trait that triggers development of certain otherwise latent components in the brain. It allows a person to perform some subtle psionic invocations, such as influencing the minds of others, as well as some not-so-subtle ones, such as causing radical temperature changes and telekinetic manipulations. Oh, how did this generic trait come to be? No one's really sure. Research indicates that it's a relatively recent genetic mutation, but it sure could not have been a random one. So many things about it are just too complex and convenient to be anything but artificially designed. There are problems with this theory, though. Former BioCorp's head of genetic research, Hal Roach, outlines these problems best in his thesis. I won't bore you with the details, but the essence of the problem is that, with the technology that we currently have at our disposal, creating, testing, and integrating such complex genetic structures is simply not possible without a colossal amount of trial and error work. So much trial and error work, Roach argued, that even if you combined all the genetic processors in the world in his time, let them work on the subject for the entire time of their existence, they would be extremely unlikely to produce these results. Furthermore, Roach points out that the areas of the brain where the psionic activity takes place were never even properly charted, let alone genetically decoded. So you see, it's a bit of a mystery. We know much more about how to make it work than how it actually works. Interesting, I'm sure. Indeed it is. Anyway, is there something else you wanted to know? So, how do I realize this potential? You must first disable your Psionic Inhibitor. It's a neurostructure in your brain that prevents you from accessing your psionic projection centers. We assume it was designed to prevent the infants from unwittingly harming themselves or those around them. There are ways to do this by extended meditation, but this can take years. We have more efficient methods nowadays. He reaches into his pocket and takes out a large red pill. This pill will take care of the inhibitor right away, but there is one side effect that I'm obliged to mention. The majority of users experience immediate and significant weakening of their immune system, and when I say majority, I mean everyone. To put it bluntly, it will severely affect your health. Therefore, the choice is yours. So, if you want to play a psionic, you must take this pill and swallow it, to my knowledge. This will give you psionic points to spend. If you don't take it, to my knowledge, you cannot get these psionic points. We are not playing a psionicist, so we will not be taking it. In addition to giving you psionic points, though, the reason why you're not going to take it is it also reduces your life, I think by 25% or 20%. So, I don't think we're going to do it. Is the process painful or dangerous? No, not at all. Well, maybe a bit dangerous, but it's not painful at all. Much. You might get a bit woozy, but that's it. Forget it, Doc. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. It's your time to waste. I can't help you with that, though. I'm a doctor, not a monk. Come to me if you change your mind. Sure thing, Mr. Pascal. And we'll break the law a little. No one can see me here. Darn it! Nothing in the shelf. Hello, Doctor. Shh. Let him rest. Stuff. No one's here to stop us. Darn it. Nothing around. Oh, there's a medical locker here, though. Yeah, looks like we can search it. Hey! We'll take all of that. That's a med hypo and another bandage. The doctor here, Pascal, will heal you of all your wounds, if you take any, for free. And, in the beginning of the game, I might recommend that you actually see him, rather than spend your bandages or med hypos. Just walk back, all it takes is time, and get fully healed. We might do that once or twice. We'll see how well we do when we get out into the combat areas. Alright, that was the med bay. Let's go to the engineering and cyber labs next. We have a locked door we're not going to open. We have shelves, but there's a camera watching, so I don't think we'll be interacting with that. We have a herald. We have a few more shelves. The battery. And we have Harold. Hello, Harold. Howdy. You must be the new guy. Name's Harold. I'm in charge of this little workshop here. Name's Garrett. So, looking for something specific or just looking around? Tanner tells me you know of a way to restore power to the outposts to the north. Right, he nods. I remember taking a look at the power generator there a while back. I couldn't do anything about it back then because it didn't have this. Remember just through the boxes that are on the table before producing something resembling an energy core. Here, it's a flux controller. If you insert it into the slot at the front of the power generator, it should get it running again. After that, you ought to be able to reactivate all the outposts. I'm afraid you'll have to do that manually, though. You see, each of them has a switch that cuts off the power in case of a hazard. Got it. Thanks. I'll give it a try. You ever seen those power suits Protectorate's got? Gimme! Is Goran watching that thing again? What's up? You made stuff to trade? I got plenty. Take a look. So, as we can see here, Harold is an engineer, and these are the things that engineers tend to want, more or less. We don't need any of this stuff at the moment, though. We could trade the battery we picked up, but that might come in handy, so we'll just hold on to everything we've got. It's good to know that there's another merchant here. Hello, barrel. No one's interested in. Metal scraps. 3 of them. And we have a desk no one cares about. And no one cares about it. Hello, Goran. Oh, look at the pretty lady picture there. Some girl in a bikini. Hello, Goran. Oh God, we can walk in here? Oh, this must be a rec area. We aren't supposed to watch the arena in here, so keep this quiet, okay? Hey man, want to watch the arena? Oh, right, the arena. We'll get to see that much later on as well. It's interesting, very interesting. I don't want to ruin it though. Well, it's an arena. You do arena battles in it if you're interested in partaking in the stuff. Or you can watch people do it, I think, and place bets. Oh, we need hacking 30. We won't have hacking 30, so that will remain shut for us. Can't talk, friend. Gotta get this done. Oh, you might be wondering, why, Tim, haven't you pickpocketed anybody? I want to wait a tiny bit till our pickpocketing's up to about 25, and then we'll start the pickpocketing. As he turns around to face you, you immediately notice there is something off with this man. His face is pale and hairless. He's missing one of his eyes, and instead, wires protrude from his eye socket, traveling over the side of his face and disappearing down the back of his neck. The other eye is almost colorless, with the pupils so contracted that you question whether he can see at all. He speaks with a calm, even voice. "Hello, Garrett. I am Ezra. I act as the head network administrator and chief of the entire engineering sector. What is it you do here? Me, specifically, or the cyber department, or the engineering sector? The engineering sector. We construct, deconstruct, research, upgrade. Listing all the specific things we do would take too much of my time. Go around and talk to the people working here. They might be willing to let you know the details of their projects." And how about the cyber department then? We maintain and improve the station's internal network. We write programs for all automated systems in the station. And what do you do specifically? I make sure that all parts of the station's internal network are communicating properly and securely, and that all the scripts are running as they should. I also oversee all operations of the engineering sector. Let's talk about something else, such as, you have anything to trade? And he's selling more stuff. I think he sells a recharger. Yeah, he sells hacksaws, which are hacking tools you need to use to get through things. Hacksaw MK2, a better version of it. Electronic repair kits, which are used to repair electronics, EMP grenades, and blueprints, in case you ever want to do some crafting. We don't need any of this stuff at the moment, though. It can all stay here. Was he willing to buy? He looks like just the credits. He's willing to buy the battery, but we might need that, so we'll hold on to that at the moment. Goodbye, Ezra. Okay, and let's visit another floor. I guess we'll visit the agronomy and pens. Another door we're not going to be able to open. Must be some sort of security system in there, or electronics. Maybe it powers all the cameras on each of the floors. Hello, Quentin. You come up to a rangy man with long hair who is cutting open the head of a large, monstrous creature, formerly an untamable beast. It is now but a stiff, volunteer to post-mortem dissection, to science. And soon enough, the man makes a final incision, after which he pushes his hand through to extract a singular, long, sharp spine. Greenish, sticky fluid dribbles out of the opening and all over the floor as the man wipes the spine clean before laying it aside, and that is the moment in which he notices you. Careful, you don't want to get into contact with its toxin. He turns to cutting through the creature as he talks to you. My name is Quentin. Don't bother introducing yourself, I know who you are. You're Garrett, and you just got admitted to the station. I'd shake your hand, but you can see that wouldn't be a good idea. What kind of creature is that? It's a burrower. It's one nasty creature that digs around, laying eggs all over the place. They are more numerous deeper underground, but you can still find a few roaming the lower Underrail and surrounding caves. If you meet one, be careful. It will spit thick, hard spines at you that are coated with poison. What are you doing exactly? I'm collecting its poison glands. We can use these to produce other chemicals or crossbow bolts. What's the room over there? The room with the mushrooms, I think. Ah, we're growing mushrooms of different kinds over there. Of course, most notably the mind shrooms. They're one of the most potent and certainly one of the safest psionic catalysts. The largely popular psi boosters are made from mind shrooms, in case you didn't know. You have anything to trade? He stops working, sets his knife aside, and carefully removes his gloves. Of course. And he's buying raw leathers, organs, medicines, and chemicals, in case we need it. He also sells some grenades, Molotov cocktails in this case. These are extremely useful, by the way. Antidotes for poisons, morphine shots to help you take less damage, but then you take a lot of damage afterwards. And he's selling a few chemical bolts, I suppose I should say. We don't have money for any of this at the moment, though, so we can all just stay here. Actually, we have some money. Could we maybe purchase a single Molotov? One Molotov would be really handy. Actually, we can just hit auto. 30 credits for a Molotov. We'll take it. The Molotov we can then put down here, I think. Oh no, Molotovs aren't throwable, Tim. I'm sorry, aren't one of these. These are special things like special bolts or what have you. I think. Actually, no, this is for grenades. I wonder why we can't put any in there. Oh, we can put them in there. That's right. We have to put them in these slots, though. Our combat utility slots. There we go. That gives us a single Molotov grenade. We could throw it to people on fire, watch them run around for a little bit. That'd be funny. But we'd be killed. So, nope, none for us. Hello, storage. Boxes and barrels. We'll take a look at that. And I was right. There's a power box in this room. I don't know how we saw it. Oh, hello. 2 tranquilizing bolts. Those will come in extremely handy. We have a crossbow, so we can set them here as well. So note that this costs 25 action points. It has a 12-turn cooldown on it. It doesn't do any real damage, but it does incapacitate the target up to 5 turns. Maybe. Some hopper traps. Those will be useful later. We'll also grab some dog crates. Useful later as well for a different quest. Nets! Nets are extraordinarily useful. We will go ahead and grab a few of them. You'll be using nets a lot as the game progresses. They are fantastic at keeping melee things away from melee. Hello, Big Brett. We have cave hoppers in here. Interesting. Ah, you must be Garrett. They call me Big Brett. So you passed all the tests, I see. Couldn't have been easy. Those were just getting harder and harder in recent years. They were pretty hard. I like challenges. You're going to love it here, then. So what brings you to the pens? What is this place? This is the agronomy sector, where we grow and harvest all kinds of plants. But we also breed animals for food. In short, our job is to provide food to the station in any way possible. You have anything to trade? And he sells nets. He also sells tranquilizer bolts. So this is all useful stuff. He's also buying plants or fungi, none of which we have at the moment. And it looks like, oh, hello. He's got some pigs in here. We could let the pigs out, but the pigs are probably safe in here. Hello, pig. Snort. Pigs are pretty nasty creatures if you have to fight them. The boars, especially. They can do quite a bit of damage. Cave hoppers will run from you whenever you encounter them out there in the world. Speaking of that, I think it's almost time for us to get out into the world. Lake poppies and a barrel. Oh, we can search this barrel, though, without trouble. Hey, we have a bottle and 5 some millimeter cases. We'll take those. Hello, you new around here? I'm Martha. Yeah, I'm new around here. My name's Garrett. Hello, Logan. Welcome to hydroponics. Oh, this is where they're growing all the plants for the people to eat. We can't take the lake poppies. They're growing them for other purposes. We could if we were stealth, but actually, let's show you how stealth works. So first off, you have to stealth when no one's looking at you. We're now in stealth mode. We have a cool symbol up here showing we're in stealth mode. And I'll go ahead and show you, you can pause that and read that. And we move much more slowly. When we get close to people, we will be able to see if they notice us or not. See the red? That means Logan totally sees us. We are not stealth to him whatsoever. And the same thing to her over here, this commoner girl. It would help if the lights were out here. Lights matter a lot for stealthing. You want to make sure it is completely dark, if at all possible, to do your stealthing past the things you're trying to stealth past. Alright, that's all the levels. We've seen all the shop owners as well. Let's go ahead and exit to the tunnels. There's the upper floor as well, which we could take to do some exploring not in the direction of our quest, but we'll go this way because this is the way we're supposed to go. So we have a single security camera, and we have a security bot walking around. This way leads to the docks. This way leads outside. We'll visit the docks a little later. We can't open this door. We can talk to Malcolm, though. It's also a quick save. I almost misclicked there. The man greets you with a warm smile. Ah, Garrett. Good to finally meet you. Malcolm. How can I help you? I need to get out into the caves. You didn't get your access card yet, right? Yeah, it should be around here somewhere. He starts looking through the drawers. Ah, here it is. He produces a red access card and passes it to you. Now listen here. This is the procedure. When you want to leave, you let me know, and I'll open the inner gate. You then step into the transition room. Then I close the inner gate and open the outer gate, and off you go. Alright, now, when you want to get back in, use the card I gave you on the console outside. Sit in front of the camera so I can confirm it's you. Then I'll open the outer gate. Earlier, we used to do bioscanning every time someone passed, but since no one ever showed it a positive, it became a nuisance. Understood. So, you going or what? Yeah, open the gate. I'm off to the caves. Alright, let's head on out and see what awaits us out here in the world of Underrail. When you enter a zone for the first time, your stealth goes on cooldown. Unless you were already stealthed. Alright, let's take a peek around and see what we see out here. We know there's someone named, Jonas out here somewhere. That's all we know so far. And we also know we have to find all these stations. There's 6 of them total, I think. 6 or 5. Most of the game, by the way, will be like this, with cave systems everywhere. There's Jonas. He totally sees us, so we just won't even bother stealthing. What is our current stealth level, by the way? What's our stealth? Do we see it? 18. Ugh, that is... It's been a lot higher. And yes, you may have noticed that while we're stealth, we move slower. It's significantly slower. There is a feat you can pick up to make you walk significantly faster later, though. An old man wearing an old coat, old pants, and old boots introduced himself with an old smile. Oh, sorry. Amiable smile. Amiable. Wow, Tim. With a smile. Oh, it's the young Garrett. Off to do some hunting. Yeah. Well, what are you doing here? Just sorting through some goods I scavenged today. Want to take a look? See if there's something you like before I take it back to the station? Well, for a fair bargain, well, let me see what you have. He's selling bear traps, which are interesting. He's looking to buy traps and batteries. We could sell him our cave hoppers, but they're not worth a whole lot, and we're going to get them later on anyway. I'm interested in quite a few of the things he actually has, but it's too expensive at the moment. We don't have the money for what I want from him. Actually, we could use a Balcalva. Doesn't give you... It gives you a little bit of resistance against cold damage, which won't help us at the moment. But more importantly, it increases our stealth by 7 points. How much would it cost us? 37 credits. We're totally going to take it. There we go. So, what is this place? This is the Crossroad Watch. The only way to get into our station from the tunnels is through here. I hear you're very knowledgeable about the tunnels, and I could use some advice. Been crawling through them tunnels all my life. What do you want to know? What can you tell me about the Benton Outposts nearby? The nearest one is just north of the Crossroad Watch. They stretch to the east and to the west from there. They were built by Omega Station, but are somewhat in ruins since we put them out of business. Plenty of rat hounds there now. Oh, if you are heading there, could you do me a favor? I was scavenging near those outposts a while back, and I think I lost my old digital watch there. It was about this big and made of metal. It doesn't have a strap, so I keep it in my pocket. It must have fallen out somewhere. Could you keep an eye out for it? If you bring it back, I'll make you a good bargain for it. Metal detector's on. I'll have your watch back in no time. I'm not getting my hopes up, but good hunting. How much damage did the earthquake do to the surrounding cave tunnels? Well, a lot of the passageways have caved in. I'd used dynamite to clear them up, but Tanner confiscated all of it to make it available for clearing up the south tunnel. Can't say I blame him. The metro's more important. The passage to the lake is clear, though, if you're up for some fishing or something. Can you... What is this? What do I want? What are these tunnelers I've heard people mention? Ah, the thing is, no one really knows for sure who they are. They are nomadic people of the deeps. People around these parts call them tunnelers because they are known to dig wide, sprawling tunnels throughout the underground, protecting remote places of the Underrail. But again, no one knows why they do that. Some say they have this huge city in the middle of the deep caverns that you can reach if you follow the longest of their tunnels. Some also call them the Faceless, because they believe that under their huge masks they have no face. Superstitious folk don't like people saying that word, though. They say it can draw their attention to you. You mean like faceless, faceless, faceless? Yes, but I think that's just silly. Are they dangerous? Very. But they are not always hostile. From my experience, it's the smaller groups or individual tunnelers that you should be most wary of. Larger groups generally leave other Underrail folks alone, as long as they ain't bothering them. So you've met some personally? Don't think there's much to this underground world I haven't seen yet. But that's a story for another time. Dang it, old man. You always hold back the most important parts. A good storyteller always leaves his public wanting for more. I got more questions for the tunnels for you. Can you tell me a bit about the creatures that inhabit these tunnels? Well, there's cave hoppers, rat hounds, psi beetles, and rarely shadow crawlers. What critter are you interested in? Let's go into order. Tell me about cave hoppers. They are harmless little critters. Quite tasty if cooked properly too. You'll find them near lakes or other wet caves because that's where their favorite food, lake mushroom, grows. They can be hard to hunt down sometimes because they are fast little buggers and can crawl through small crevices you wouldn't think they would ever fit in. If you're looking to catch or kill one, best tactic is to hide near a patch of lake mushrooms and ambush them when they come to feed. What are rat hounds? Rat hounds are ugly, smelly, mangy, disease-ridden, dog-sized rats. You can find them anywhere, and if you can't find them somewhere, know that they'll get there too eventually. Individually, they're not so tough, but they usually move around in packs, sometimes hordes. They are very good pack hunters, so don't let them surround you. If you're in a pinch, throw flares. They are deathly afraid of fire. How about psi beetles? Now, that's a critter you just want to stay clear of. Scientists call them azure something because of their blue stripes, but the rest of us just call them psi beetles or psi bugs for obvious reasons. They are bugs that can sling all kinds of psionics at you. If you bump into one, you might be able to take it, but it will literally cause you headache. If you run into two of them, you better start retreating while you can. At least they are not that fast, so you should be able to evade them. If you run into three, it's probably already too late. You see, the weird thing is, not only do they hit you harder when they're in a group, but they also start throwing crazier and crazier stuff your way the more of them join the fight. And if there's also a Goliath around, then you're in psionic hell. You absolutely must fight them. Try to get close and personal. They are not comfortable with exposing their massive brains to sling psionics while people are near them, not even the Goliaths. Instead, they will either try to gain some distance or just bite you, and their bite is far less dangerous than their psionics. Goliaths have big horns, however, and those can easily go through a man. The psi beetles usually hang around mine shrooms. If you're in an area where those are plentiful, be on your guard. Rat hounds will fight them very, very commonly, but they come in several different types. So we got to be careful of the alphas in particular. The psi beetles are very dangerous, and we do not want to fight two of them at the same time. They work like, what were they called? Cranium rats. The more of them that are present, the more dangerous they are. And yes, if there's three of them, we might as well be as good as dead. So we got to be careful that we don't pull that many of them at once. What are these shadow crawlers? Vile, awful insects that crawl around them cave walls, all quiet and sneaky. They surprise their victims by injecting them with a good, healthy dose of paralyzing venom, then retreat to the shadows until the poison makes you stiff as a rail. And then they eat you. Don't start quaking yet, because they are rarely seen in this close vicinity to Southgate Station. But out there, in case you notice things are getting a bit too quiet, be on the lookout. Crawlers are some of the most annoying and dangerous enemies we will ever encounter in this game. The night crawlers, I think, or dark crawlers in particular, are just simply deadly. You will often see me just desperately try to get out of a room that has crawlers in them. We'll still try to kill a few anyway, because it's useful to see how you fight them. Alright, now never mind, Jonas, let me ask you something else. Is it really true that you descended to the bottom of the deep caverns? Listen, youngster. There's not a place this accursed underworld that these old legs haven't visited. I descended as low as one can go, and I even took a peek into the dreaded mutagen tanks, and... well... maybe I'll tell you more over a drink sometime. Alright, sir. Take care, man. I'll see you later. Bats, always scaring you. You don't expect them to be showing up. Rocks! Lots of rocks. Rocks are pretty much immune to damage, unless you have dynamite, in which case we'll be able to clear them. That won't happen, though, until later on in the game. Once we finish the first, like, a fourth of the game, we'll be able to start clearing rocks with dynamite. Alright, looks like that's all we got. As you approach the passage, you can hear faint squeaking sounds coming from up ahead, and a pair of red beady eyes blinking in and out of the darkness. Stealth mode activated. Our stealth is now 25 with our balaclava. Let's head in. Alright, everyone. Welcome to the first hazardous area of the game. Unless you, of course, you picked a fight inside, whatchamacallit, Southgate Station. You will find rat hounds out here, and not just a few of them. There's going to be, I think, 5 in this starting chamber. And there's one there. Now notice that it hasn't seen us yet. Let's get a little closer to it. See how the eye is green? That means we're completely stealthed. The closer we get to it, see how it's filling up? It'll turn green, then it'll turn yellow. It'll turn orange, and then red. If it turns red, it's seen you, and then combat will generally start. If it turns orange or yellow, the yellow creature might stop and look in your direction. Orange, the creature will go and investigate what it thinks it has seen. The direction the creature is facing matters, because you can get a lot closer to something if it's not facing you than if it is. Okay, so with all that said, looks like I am going to need the attack option somehow. Do I have that? Okay, so let's read up on stealth again. So, I think we get a bonus in combat if we're stealthed. Also, in this game, you always want to initiate combat, always, all the time, to let yourself go first. To enter combat, I forget what action that is. I think we just hit 1. 54% chance to hit. We need to be a little closer. We're too far away. Is it spacebar? No. Enter? It's enter. Enter will let you enter combat. You can see how many action points it will take to perform a move over there on the right. It's indicating it by showing the flashing green. That's indicating how many action points it will take for me to actually perform this action. You can leave combat, I think, by hitting spacebar again. Oh, that's right. That ends our turn. Escape? No. Enter? Once you leave combat, it takes a little bit of time to re-enter it again. This way you can't just spam it endlessly. That's not a good chance to hit it. Let's move up a tad. And then hit spacebar to end our turn. We gained a little bit of detection on him. We're focused again. Let's go ahead and try to shoot him with a 78% chance. Got him for 20 damage. With other points, I think we'll start walking away. Get some distance. Hit us once, and his friend didn't even see us. Perfect. We're in melee combat now. We'll switch to our dagger. Notice we have an 84 chance to hit him with the crossbow. Interesting. Our dagger, though, looks like it takes much less action points. We'll do less damage with the dagger, but I prefer the fighting with the dagger up close. His friend still has not seen us. Major stealth and wonderful. One rat hound, our very first rat hound, dead. And we took only a tiny bit of damage for it. Oh god, Tim. Let's shoot this one with our crossbow. And do I want to move away? Moving away, so it takes some action points to move closer to me. We'll fire it again. Missed. 2 hits that time. By the way, you notice how we have yellow points and green points? Yellow's reserved for movement. You get that for free. If you decide not to use it, so be it. Other things cost you action points to use them. And we get some rat hound leather. A rat hound's skin can be turned into a suit of leather armor. The quality matters if you're crafting. Better quality leathers will sell for more money, and they'll produce better equipment if you're aiming to do that as well. Adrenal Gland. This is a biology item. We'll take this. I think that's used to make adrenaline. A hypo that gives you bonus action points for, I think, 2 or 3 turns. However, after the effect expires, you suffer an action point penalty, and I think your movement is you lose lots of movement points as well. Way to go out there. Nothing in the junk pile. Anything back behind us? Just dead ends, it looks like. Can we open the door? Maybe. I don't think this is the one we actually have to get into. Like, this is not the power generator room, but we'll take a peek. It's unlocked. Oh, hello, another rat hound. So, rat hounds can't open doors, which is really handy. We can stay here and fire through the fence. They will run up to the gates to stare at me angrily, but they will be unable to shoot me, to hit me, and we can hit them. 90% chance, actually. Critical hit, 52. Very nice. 2 critical hits. Well done, Garrett. Let's search those bodies as well. Bodies that you don't search, to my knowledge, will remain on the ground forever. Just thought that was interesting. We have a heart this time. It's filled with healthy blood that can be extracted for medicinal purposes. I think those are used to make health hypos. Oh, we should always check behind everything. There might be a secret back here, or even just a barrel. No, nothing. I don't think there's any other rat hounds in this. There might be one rat hound, one or 2, but not in this immediate area. So we can walk around unstealthed for a little bit. We have some lockers, some shelves, and a power switch. And, thanks to our perception, we find a trapdoor. We'll totally investigate that. Health hypo. A lockpick, our first, and an oddity item. So, I mentioned oddities. This would be one such item. This would have granted us 1 experience point, and we can find up to 3 of these. We'll read it, but we obviously don't need. We're not playing the oddity experience point version of the game. Border Guard orders. These old blood-stained orders were issued by the Omega Central Command to their border agents. The orders state that the guards are to shoot anyone they perceive as an SGS member on sight. Also, 1,000 Charon's bounty is placed on one called Gorski. We have our very first, whatchamacallit, lockpick. It's probably best you put that just on 8. You'll be using that a lot. Okay, let's check the rest of the shelves. Some bullets, some ammunition. They come in different types, JHP and hollow point, I think. There's also various different millimeters. Your weapons can only fire the types which are available to them. We also see a psi booster, but we'll sell that for a little bit of money. A frag mine case. This is not an actual mine, just something that can be used to craft one. We have some gasoline that's used to make Molotovs and some other items, and 2 bandages. How's our weight? 46 already. We're already at like a 1/5 of our weight. You pull the switch down, but it automatically snaps back. Yeah, the power has to be on first. Should have stopped before I walked down there, Tim. If there was a hostile down here, you would have activated all of them. Hello, ladder. A box, a power switch, and some more shelves. A mechanical repair kit and another border guard's orders. Health kit and whatchamacallit, some bandages. The power switch that won't work. This is also not the room we need to be in. But I think we'll still go ahead and step out of this area. Nope, we need lockpicking. Okay. I don't want to waste our single lockpick on that door. Just wander back this way. I remember this is here. Can we walk this way? No, we can't. Okay, just blocked. Another cave in. Oh, there's some bones in this place, too. They haven't been out here in a while. Stealth mode, take a peek around. More rocks, we'll blow those up later. Looks like that's it. Let's take a look and see what's on the other side of this gate. Oh, there is a rat hound down there. Our chance to hit it is only 54%, and that's with focus, so... because it's dark is another reason why it's hard for us to hit him. More points in crossbow, obviously, will help assist with that. Actually, we'll leave this door open. Rat hounds can't close doors, so we might be able to run back through it. Let's fire at it. Gotcha for 18. Try to get away. Gotcha. Another heart. No friends. We'll re-stealth. Get back to the crossbow and keep looking around for more enemies. So what do you think of the game so far, everyone? The first character I made, the very first character, died here. Had like 3 points and a ton of different things. And my character was so scared with the points, like nothing was 15. And that really matters for character creation. So these early rat hounds are bounced around you, focusing in on your stats. I saw it. We have another rat hound. Oh, we have multiple rat hounds here. Focused. Let's fire once. Pack hunting, so they get a buff because of that. Also, they called for help. We can just easily kill this one, though. We can move away, like we can even flee the zone. But upon fleeing a zone, we will be back in combat again. Immediately upon re-entering. And monsters will still be waiting, I think, in their original positions when we left the zone. Nice, a critical hit, and we leveled. Okay, well, let's pop open our character chart. And spend those points. We gain 40 points every level. We can only increase things, as you see, 5 points. This is, oh, I'm sorry, I'm saying the wrong thing again. You can increase things more than 5 points, like our throwing. We can totally increase that all the way to 20 if we wanted. Your new maximums are increased by 5 from whatever the previous one was. 15 was our previous maximum, now it's up to 20. We want to put 5 points into everything we have 15 points in. Gives us 10 leftover points for this stuff. Go and increase throwing to 13. Traps to 13. And we'll take a few more points in dodge since we're fighting a bunch of melee things at the moment. We also earned 1 feat. What do I want now? There's a bunch of... Oh, Interloper. Interloper at this point is so useful. 7 agility, which we have, and 20 stealth, which we just picked up. This would let us move much quicker while we're stealthed, and give us 15 movement points while stealthed as well, making us a little quicker if we actually had to do that. Aim shot, though, would also be useful, as would burglar, for thematic reasons. I think we will pick interloper, however, at this point. Next level, we'll take burglar, and then we'll be taking maybe a combat feat after that. Now notice how fast we move. It's much faster than it used to be. It should also be slightly easier for us to hit rat hounds now. Let's move up to here and wait a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we don't want to enter combat yet. Away from him. I don't want him activating. And now. That's not the best chance. We'll make one shot. Missed. Darn it, they're pack hunting. They got an extra person. An extra one with them. Let's keep moving away. We'll fight them in this room. This hallway. They can only reach me one at a time here. Looks like they're a little faster than me as well. This one... Oh, God, that was the wrong button to press, Tim. We're going to take a few hits here. That's a shame. I could have... We didn't take any hits, but I shouldn't hit spacebar. Darn it, another rat hound. It's totally seen us. Oh, or not. Let's move around the rat hound. Stealth remain unseen. Take all their carcass bits. I guess we're good at skinning. We just skin that stuff right off. I'm not even going to pay attention to the quality of it. This low-level rat hound stuff from these guys, it's never worth keeping. Or I've never seen a quality like 40 item from any of these rat hounds. 19, 24. Looks like 24 is the best rat hound leather we picked up so far. Right next to him, and we get to initiate combat. We might be lucky enough to kill it right now. That's what you get, rat hound. Let's wait till our stealth is back, and then we'll round the corner and kill the other rat hound we saw outside this station. I hear 2 hounds howling. Junk pile. We should totally search that. Search everything. 12 more bolts. Wonderful. Since I sold 12 of them, or 13 of them. 2. Okay. I don't want to actually fight 2 at once. We'll win, but we'll take a little bit of damage I'd rather not take, and my armor might get more damaged. Anything back here? No, nothing. Okay. And this is the one that has the power generator, so we should totally power this on, but first, I think we'll kill some rat hounds. Focus activated. One hit only. He walks up behind. We slaughter that rat hound. We cannot close the door. We don't have the action points to do so. Awesome. Another victory. No corpses that time, at least none that are searchable. There's some shelves. Anything on the shelves? 3. These are parts to help you make electronic items. Fabric scraps, you can use these to make repair kits for your armor. Another border guard's off orders, a side booster, and a handful of bullets. Set us off. Flux controller missing. Let's install it. Flux controller inserted successfully. Let's turn it on. Okay, wonderful. Power is restored to one of these devices. to one of these places. Where we stealth. We're going to keep going this way. We'll have to walk back through the other section eventually anyway. I got another about 7 minutes, everyone, so we might not be able to finish this quest this episode. Gotcha, you jerk. Move away. You rush us. Not enough points to hit us, though. Can't quite make it to the door. Thankfully, he didn't have any action points by the time he reached us. And we kill him. Kill him dead with multiple critical hits there. Grab all the leather. Right now, it can't hurt to grab it all. We can just vendor it for this little bit of scraps that we earned at Southgate Station. And it's totally worth it, at least at this point in the game, to do that. Lots of boxes and a power switch. Hey, 2 burr or poison bolts. Very nice. Some more bullets, another order guard. So this is our 4th one of these we're finding, for example. We studied it, as you can see, 3 times. This is no longer worth any experience points, I believe. And it wouldn't give you any oddity points either in the base game at this point. 2 standard rounds. Caesarean bolts. Very nice. We don't have any hacking, so we're not going to open that box, unfortunately. On the light, at least. Power restored to one of these stations. We have another 4 left. Anything else hiding back here? No, nothing. No traps, no hostiles. Next bit is going to be actually really tricky. So far, Garrett's doing pretty well. Not bad for level 2. He's 1/4 of the way up to level 3 already. Perfect opportunity, Tim, if you can do it. So, we've got 3 rat hounds here. We also have an explosive barrel. That would be very nice for us to hit it, but we don't have a good chance at this distance. Let's do it. 64% chance. We can make 2 shots. Got one. Another one is filled with fear. Let's actually use our serrated bolt, maybe on this one. And move away. A bleeding wound. Nice. He'll take damage over time now. He's running. He's terrified of the explosion. These 2 are pack hunting me. But I'm in a spot where they can only be treated one at a time. So this is the perfect opportunity for us just to hack this one down. And we'll just stay exactly where we are. This one's still running. It's afraid. You can see that by the little skull shaking above its head. Move on this side and pass our turn. He's no longer afraid. He might die next round. We'll hack him to death, though. Woo! That was, what, 4 rat hounds? Hey, and the watch! You found this old wristwatch inside a dead rat hound, of all places. Oh, we should search the little corner. Always search everything. Get it all on the map. That could have been so much worse for us. Again, well, not again, but having the crossbow made that much easier to do than if we had to just try to bypass them via stealth or hacking them to death in that one little tunnel right there. We took some damage. What's our life? 70%. Let's use a bandage. Why should I leave this open? We're fighting lots of rat hounds. I'd like to be able to maybe run through that and shut it behind us if necessary. Looks like another station's out here. Anything in the corners? Nothing outside the station either. Now I know what's in here. Let's grab a tranquilizing bolt. We have a gentleman here. He's just sitting and watching. Milan Ratula. He at least has one rat hound. Gritsko. Anything else in here? He has another rat hound as well. 2 rat hounds in there, plus him. If I was to trank him, it's only a 55% chance. We got to get closer to him to do it. %59% chance. He's also getting suspicious. Let's leave. Shut the door. I was hoping it'd be a lot easier to tranquilize him so we take him out of the fight. It's going to be tricky to kill him and the dogs guarding this chamber. If we had a high persuasion, we could get him to leave. Let's actually show you. So he's not hostile to us at the moment. He's not in red. He's not a red color. Hey, get out of here! This is my territory. I'm claiming this outpost in the name of the Southgate Station. Haven't you vultures taken enough already? Caves belong to no station. Now get the hell out of my home before I bolt your ugly face. Alright, I'm leaving. You won't be so forgiving the second time. So now we have to make sure there is no second time. Many a starting character, has ended his career here. It's actually really tough to do. 55% chance. I wouldn't mind that being better. But the rats are in the way. Let's do it. We'll take the shot. Got him. Incapacitated. He'll be incapacitated for several rounds. Now we just have his 2 rats to deal with. One down. Let's aim for the door. He's still going to be incapacitated for at least 1 more round. Both rats are dead. We can shut the door and then run the heck out of here. We can actually end combat as well. He'll wake up from his incapacitation. But because he was incapacitated, didn't see us, he's not necessarily going to feel like anything's out of place. Even though his 2 rats are dead. The only thing he knows is he wakes up, his 2 rat friends have been cut to death. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna fire at him from here. Actually, let's quick save again. I mentioned I'd tough out every single battle, but I have no problem saving after every single good thing that happens to us. We could throw the Molotov at him and set him on fire, maybe, if his armor doesn't prevent fire. I think that we'll take the special crossbow round and fire a serrated bolt at him. Can we walk back a step now? Let's walk around the corner here. That was a critical hit on us. Let's shut the door. We'll go ahead and use a hypo and end our turn. Hello, good sir. Are you having a good day? We can throw the Molotov there, but I think we'll just keep attacking them. Almost gotcha. Yes. They can also... Oh, it's a poison bolt. They can also use health kits. Shooting at point blank is not a very effective way of using a crossbow. We still might die, though. We're poisoned with 2 doses of burr poison, which is for 14 damage. We can't use the bandages. Let's use another hypo to keep us alive. Don't think we would have made it otherwise. We get another burrow crossbow bolt. A steel serrated knife. So this is how damaged is it, first off. It's kind of heavily damaged. 6 through 11. Does more critical damage bonus. And also causes bleeding. However, our current dagger inflicts 9 through 15 damage. So that's much better. We're just going to end up vending that instead. He is using a scoped Zephyr crossbow, though. Let's see how that compares with our current one. So this is 12 through 25, 11 through 23. I like it already. It has precision plus 10% because it's scoped. It also has a better crit chance. It also is heavily damaged, but it's better than what we're using. I think we'll take it. We can also repair it. Let's do that. He also has 23 normal bolts and some metal scraps on him. We'll take all that stuff. And now we can search his rat friends. So this is an extraordinarily tough fight. If you can get a Molotov cocktail before this fight, I highly recommend you do so. You can walk up here, throw it, and hopefully get 2 of them at least. If you miss, you can just reload the game, if you really care about that stuff. Get a chew toy, an old dog's chew toy. We'll take it for some more experience points, 150. There we go. Power's now restored to this area. We don't have the hacking, so we're not going to open up those boxes. More bandages and a bed hypo. A mind shroom is waiting for us in here. An elevator downstairs. I suppose we should check that, but first, we'll totally take the mind shroom growing here. And let's see what's downstairs. Some lockers and another doorway. We gain some coal, a steel crowbar. We can use this as a weapon if we need to, but I think strength determines this weapon's damage, not our dex. Damage isn't so great anyway. It can force open ventilation shafts, but for my purposes, it's better used to sell it as a melee weapon. There's a side booster, more orders. Take all that stuff. Probably should keep ourselves stealth. Oh, we're still hurt, Tim. We're still hurt after that fight. Let's use a bandage. We stealth ourselves. And all we have is a tunnel leading to somewhere else. Let's take it. A ladder. Guess while we're here, we should see where it goes. Oh, another station of some sort. Another crossbow, another Zephyr. Just junk. Some leather gloves. These actually are a fist weapon, these gloves, even though they're just normal gloves. So we can see they don't do any real damage. We'll just take them to vendor them anyway at the moment. Omega ID card. Having one of these must have meant a lot back in the glory days of Omega. Nowadays, it serves as an obituary. And a leather armor schematic. You should totally read that. There we go. We now know how to make leather armor. Throw on the light for this station. Box is locked. Scared the heck out of me, you stupid bats. Let's go ahead and check. Oh, what's down on this other side of this rock pile? The rocks pile up high, but not all the way to the cave ceiling. Perhaps you would be able to climb over. Yeah, we're a little agile. We can. You manage to climb the rocks and reach the other side. There are 2 mine shrooms in here and some rubble, which have an oddity. Trubolite fossil. Or Trilobite fossil. A perfectly preserved trilobite fossil. With some experience points, we should totally take it. Another ladder, and then this keeps moving on. What else is around the corner here? Wow, nothing. Alright, just a dead end. I guess this is for secret movement between the stations? If you needed to get to one of them a little faster than crawling around the outdoors of it? Oh, this is maybe a bunch of optional battles here. But I think I want... Oh, we have to move first. We don't want to do that. Darn you, moving where I need you to move. My attack's still on cooldown. Darn it! Darn it, you left. A little more. Once you come back into range, we're going to fire at you. So you move in this direction, Mr. Rat Hound. You didn't. We'll also fire anyway. Ooh, good 2 hits there, Tim. Darn his friend moving up. That's a ton of them. Wow, there's a lot of rat hounds. Let's toss a grenade. We hit only one of them with the fire, but all of them are afraid. Moving up again, this would be a mistake. Oh, looks like some of them were on fire after all. Hey, victory! Good for us. Let's also now put on our tranquilizer. Actually, let's put on our burr poison and net. You can set yourself on fire. It's a very bad idea to set yourself on fire. You normally don't want to do that. We'll do our best to avoid setting ourselves on fire. That is how many of those stations now? 1, 2, 3, 4 stations? There's 2 left. I think the 2 that are left are the ones that we've already seen and been in and looted. Oh, hello. Let's kill this guy. Good critical hit there, Tim. So stab this guy twice as well. Almost got him. Hide in the corner. We'll use our stealth. Can we sneak up on this guy and kill him? We'll fire. We'll draw him to us. Now run up and hack him to death. I feel so bad just slaughtering these poor things. Alright, we did it! Nice! Oh, there's another rat hound down there. Alright, let's stealth. Move a bit up. Wait. Actually, move a little bit more. Wait. Darn you! Darn you, you're too far... Not too far away for me to hit, but I want to wait a tiny bit to get a little closer. That'll do. Oh, nice. 60 critical hit. Well done, Garrett. We have a barrel we haven't searched. Nothing in it. It looks like some sort of horrible... What? Another rat hound. Hello, rat hound. How are you doing? Lots of critical hits today. I don't think I've ever gotten so lucky before in my life. Shame it's all for starting level creatures. Is there anything hidden around the corner here? Probably not. Nope, nothing. But there's another rat hound dead. We've almost leveled up again. Very nice. I probably should get to bed. But we'll turn on all the power generators first. Yep, I think these will be the last two places. You know it's safe to walk down around here. The game will be populating areas with random encounters at certain points, as opposed to the... And some areas will always respawn with whatever enemies were present in there to begin with. Particular for those will be areas with monsters. Side beetles or rat hounds. Those tend to respawn, or crawlers will tend to respawn after a bit. Alright, mission successful, I think. That was all the stations, to my knowledge. So we can now go ahead and turn the quest in. And then we'll call the session. How's that sound? Well, actually, I'm getting really slow. I would like to turn the quest in. Oh, that's right. We also found the watch. We should turn that quest in as well. Hello, O Jonas. Back again? What can old Jonas do for you, youngster? I think I found your watch. Yes, that's the one. Where'd you find it? You really don't want to know. It's covered with... Ugh, you're right. Best that I don't know. So, what can I have for... What can I have it... Wow. So, can I have it now? There are a few special items I can offer you. Rummages through his backpack. I've got this here powerful submachine gun. Perfect working condition. I've got this set of healing hypos. These are good for you. And I've got this here fine-looking boots. Look at them. They are fine. We don't have mercantile, so we can't get all of them. So, we could use a pair of boots. We could also use the hypos. I think we'll take the boots. I need a new pair of boots anyway. You're in luck then. May they serve you for many miles. And we leveled again. Let's look at the boots first. We picked up a pair of right hand leather boots. Persuasion's even lowered even more. Another 2% armor penalty. Gives us 1% more mechanical, 1% cold, and increases our stealth by 3. This is like probably one of the worst boots we could have gotten, but we'll take them. This armor penalty is 10. This armor is 2. This has no armor penalty, so we're still below our 15% threshold. I think we'll level, and we'll do the rest of this next episode. Let's bring up our character. Level 3. So as before, we want to level out anything that we have 20 in. Now it goes to 25 to start. At least this is how I level. I don't know how you guys do, but this is what I'm doing in this game at least. Next, we spend 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And this is our new character. We don't get a feat. It's every other level. Level 4 will be the next one. And at that level, we'll earn +1 stat point, 40 points, and another feat. We'll probably take Burglar at that point, and then I'll start pickpocketing people. Oh, right, I'm supposed to stop. So we'll stop here. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next one, and take care, everyone.